God gives you what you deserve, not necessarily what you want. Many of us have vast dreams and lofty ambitions, but if God sees that you're not putting in the work, the effort to execute on those dreams, to move closer to those goals, He won't give you anything. God won't give you anything because you haven't earned it. On the other hand, if God sees you putting in the work, making sacrifices, giving it your all, He will reward you because you've shown that you deserve it. Here's the key. You must deserve what you seek. It's wishful thinking to think that God will just grant you everything that you want without you putting in the effort or work. Achieving your dreams require effort and a willingness to sacrifice. You may desire the world, but remember that for every great thing that you wish for, there must be a sacrifice that matches its weight. So ask yourself, you say that you want to retire your parents, buy a supercar, travel the world non-stop. There's a price that must be paid to achieve those things. Are you truly willing to pay that price, to make those sacrifices, to achieve your dream life? The idea of giving it your all to achieve something may seem simple, but many people truly don't grasp it. A lot of people enter things with the mindset that as long as you guys try, and if it doesn't work out, well, at least you tried. But the truth is, that's not how things work or how God sees things. Reality is that if you give 100% your effort to achieve something, you cannot fail. Failure becomes impossible. That's the way the universe works. When it sees you fully committed to your goals, it will reward you because you've earned it, because you deserve it now. So here's a hard truth. Half-assing something doesn't get you anywhere. And whatever it is you want to achieve, you can't have one foot in and one foot out. If that's you, your goals will become nothing more than a desire, a dream that never gets realized, because your actions never prove to God or the universe that you are truly deserving of what you want to get. Now, I know that I've been referencing God throughout this video, but if you're not religious or don't believe in God, think of it this way. The universe, the creator, some higher life form is what's gonna give you what you deserve, not what you wish for. Now, who knows who's the one that makes the rules? We call him God. Maybe it's something else. But the logic still applies, no matter what your background is or what you believe in. We can't be foolish to believe that we're the only ones out there and that we came out of thin air. Something out there's watching us. They're the ones that decide what we get, what we deserve. The reason some people succeed and other people fail comes down to one thing. The ones that succeed are the ones that went all in. They didn't hold back. And they didn't sit around waiting for their goals to magically fall into place. They understood that success requires dedication and relentless effort. They gave it their all, and that's why they've achieved their dreams. For example, right now I'm part of the 1% income demographic, not only in the USA, but also worldwide. It sounds great to be in this position in my age of only 26 years old, but it wasn't handed to me. I had to sacrifice a lot to be here. I gave up alcohol. I gave up women, partying, traveling, and so much more. Achieving this level of success at my age goes against the natural order of things, where most people build their wealth later on in life. And because I accelerated that process, I undefined the natural order of things. And that comes with a lot of friction. And most importantly, a lot of sacrifice. And look, although I'm in the 1% income demographic, it hasn't always been like this. When I first started my business, I only made $600 a month. Not for 1 month, not for 2 months, not for 3 months, not for 6 months. For a whole 12 months, I was only at $600 a month. But in my mind, right, I was delusional. I would tell myself every morning, or I would tell the mirror affirmations, I'm going to be rich, I want to be rich, I want to make a lot of money. But I didn't put the work in. I just said these affirmations without putting in the work. God saw I was happy where I was at. All comfortable, only making $600 a month. It wasn't until I started changing the way I lived my life where I started seeing true progress. I started decreasing the affirmations and started putting more work in. God saw that. He saw that I was now ready to grow. I had become the person capable, right, of riches. And only then did God reward me, right, with money, with wealth, because I had deserved it finally. For a whole year, no progress, because I didn't put in the work. I would tell God, I would pray to God every day, give me money, give me money. But God saw I was comfortable where I was at. It wasn't until God saw my actions that I had finally matured to where He had seen that I finally deserved the riches. God sees everything. The universe sees everything. Many of you desire financial success, but remember, it's just a want. And God, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't reward mere wants. He rewards what you truly earned through your efforts. You may tell God, I want to be rich. What if God sees you being lazy all day, playing video games, doing nothing to change your circumstances? God will do nothing to help you because God sees how comfortable you are. God sees how happy you are, playing video games all day. But if God I actually saw that you're putting in the work, truly committing yourself to change your circumstances for the better with the end goal of getting rich, God will reward you because you deserve it, because God sees that you truly want it. And this logic applies to anything you want to achieve in life, not only earning money. Let's say you want to become a polyglot. Okay, let's say you want to learn multiple languages because you think, wow, I'll be the next James Bond. I'll look so cool speaking many languages. If God sees you doing nothing to learn these various languages, God's not going to help you. God sees that you're half-assing it. God is not going to reward someone that's not committed to truly doing something, to achieving that want. That's the reason why many wants end up pipe dreams, because these individuals never put in the work to realize those goals. And let me tell you something, becoming a polyglot is as hard as reaching the heavens. Many of you want to learn a lot of languages, but do you truly know the sacrifices that have to be done in order to learn all these languages? Now I know this firsthand because I'm a polyglot. I'm in the 1% of language learners worldwide. Yo puedo hablar español, yo puedo hablar francés, yo parlo italiano, eu falo português, I forgot what the language I speak. I speak a lot of languages, but these are the first languages that came to mind. Right? I speak various languages, and it did come at a price. Now I won't lie to you. The reason why I became a polyglot wasn't really for the most virtuous reasons. I wanted to pick up girls, and I thought, if I speak many languages, I think it's gonna make picking up girls easier. Because of why I was so stupid, and why I wanted to learn so many different languages, right? I really didn't have the incentive to learn all these languages. I would tell myself, I'm gonna learn them, but since my reason wasn't as strong as it could be, for many months, right, I made no progress in none of my languages. It wasn't until I changed my why to something stronger, like wanting to make an impact in this world, wanting to make friends from all over the world, where I started to make some progress. Once I changed the why to make it more powerful, I started taking more action. I started putting more effort in my language learning. And guess what? God saw that. In months like that, boom, 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 I was learning one language over another language, another language, another language, like nothing. I was putting 100-hour work weeks to learn all these languages. I sacrificed years and countless 12-hour days to learn all the languages I speak today. You might see me speaking all these languages, but you don't see the hard work and sacrifices I made behind the scenes. Quick note for all you curious young men, yes, learning a lot of languages does help with picking up girls. The point is, many of you want extraordinary things, an extraordinary life. But remember, God or the universe or this higher entity that we don't know of only rewards you what you deserve, not what you want. If you want something, you gotta truly mean it. Truly show it. You gotta put in the work to make it happen. And that means sacrifice. You might have massive goals, but remember, there's an equal and opposite force at play as well. The bigger the goal, the bigger the sacrifice that must be done. Reality is, you can achieve everything you want in this life, but at what cost? Remember, you don't get what you want. You only get what you deserve. If the life that you're living is the life that you don't like, stop complaining, because the life that you're living is the life that you decided. Prove to God, the universe, that you're deserving of much more.